Hey everyone, welcome to Finance Made Simple. And today we're diving into something that's not just about making money, but also about making a difference. We're talking carbon credits. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Carbon credits? Sounds complicated, maybe a little boring. But stick with me, because this could be a game changer for your investments and the planet. What if a forest could pay you back? Watch this. We'll break it down simply, no fluff, just what you need to know. Alright, let's get to the basics. What is a carbon credit? A carbon credit is a certificate allowing 1 ton of CO2 emissions. Think of it like pollution from one car driving 2,500 miles. This system puts a price on carbon emissions. Governments set a cap on emissions, and companies trade permits. Emit less, sell extra credits. Emit more, buy credits. This encourages investment in cleaner technologies. Okay, so we know what carbon credits are, but where do they actually come from? These credits come from real projects reducing or removing greenhouse gases. Reforestation and afforestation are popular carbon offset projects. Trees absorb CO2 as they grow, storing it in their biomass and soil. Renewable energy projects like solar and wind farms are also key. They generate clean energy, replacing fossil fuel power. Methane capture from landfills and farms is another impactful area. These projects capture methane before it escapes into the atmosphere. All projects need rigorous monitoring and verification to ensure real emission reductions. So this is the part many of you have been waiting for: how to buy your first carbon credit. It might sound complicated, but it's getting easier for individual investors. First, find a platform or exchange that deals in carbon credits. Look for platforms that are clear about fees, project types, and verification standards. Once you find a suitable platform, create an account, verify it, and fund it. You'll need to provide personal information for KYC and AML compliance, and watch out for deposit fees or currency conversion charges. Now for the exciting part: browsing and selecting carbon credits. Most platforms have a marketplace with different projects offering credits. They provide details about each project, like location and verifier. When you find a project you like, check the price per credit. Decide how many credits to buy based on your budget and goals. Once ready, proceed to purchase the credits. After the transaction, you'll get a confirmation and ownership record. And that's it. You've bought your first carbon credit. We've covered what carbon credits are, their origins, and how to buy them. But before diving in, let's discuss the pros and cons. Pros: positive environmental impact, potential for financial returns, rising demand as companies decarbonize, diversification of your investment portfolio. Cons: market volatility, liquidity issues, difficulty selling quickly, high fees, transaction, account, and retirement fees, project quality and additionality risks. Not all carbon credits are equal. Evolving regulations. Ready? Start small and comment. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, from the basics of carbon credits to the nitty-gritty of buying them and the risks involved. Here are 3 tips for vetting high-impact projects. First, research the project's credibility and the developer's track record. Second, check for robust third-party verification and certification. Look for credits verified under standards like VCS or Gold Standard. Third, understand the project's long-term impact and co-benefits. High-impact projects often align with UN Sustainable Development Goals. So that's the lowdown on how to invest in carbon credits. From A to Z, well, maybe A to C for carbon credits, but you get the idea. We've covered what they are, the real-world projects behind them, how to actually buy them, and, crucially, the risks and rewards you need to be thinking about. My goal here wasn't to tell you to go out and dump all your money into carbon credits. Absolutely not. It was to give you the foundational knowledge so you can decide if this is something that makes sense for specific financial situation and values. Remember, like any investment, especially in an emerging market like this, there's no such thing as a guaranteed win. Prices can be volatile, there are fees to consider, and the quality of projects varies massively. So that due diligence we talked about, that's not optional, it's essential. Do your research, understand the platforms, scrutinize the projects, and never invest more than you're truly comfortable losing. Start small, learn as you go, and think of it as one potential piece of a much larger, diversified investment puzzle. Ultimately, the world of carbon credits offers a pretty unique opportunity to potentially grow your wealth while also contributing to something positive for the planet. It's that intersection of profit and purpose that I think is really compelling. So, take what you've learned today, do some more digging, and see if it's a fit for you. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.